This week sees me making the long journey from Birmingham back up to the Lake District, a journey of 196 miles to a village called Braithwaite. Hello and welcome back. After those few local walks, I'm now back Hewitt bagging. I've come up to the Lake District with my good friend Ed.
Alright.
We've come to an area called Braithwaite, where we're going to do the northwest loop. There's 11, I believe there's 11 Hewitts, Causey Pike and Grasmoor are just two of them. But as always, I'll put the summit names above the tops as we reach them. And this walk will also be interesting as we're doing an overnight wild camp. So let's crack on and get up Causey Pike. The path from Braithwaite to Causey Pike is a bit of an early tester, but George is lapping it up and making good pace for us. So we're just stopping for 2 minutes. There's our first summit, which will be Causey Pike. We're then traversing to that ridge, which will be Scarr Crags. Then the first rounded bit will be Sail, and just behind that then is Crag Hill. So that's looking back a little bit closer to Causey Pike. We've just stopped to have a breather and we're checking the map. So do you want to point out, I don't know if we'll be able to pick this up on the camera, Ed, but where did we actually start from?
Yeah, so we've parked in Braithwaite, and originally the route has brought us all the way along this country lane, and it wanted us to strike west up onto the ridge itself. But partly to get off the tarmac for George's paws, and also because of the fact that it's a lot shorter, what we've actually done is come along this public right of way here.
That's Stile End.
Yeah, so we've come to the near side of Stile End, and we've dropped down onto a path that's going to rise up to the pass in between Scarr Crags and Causey Pike. So at the moment we're down on this green path here. In a short while we're going to strike left and go straight up onto the ridge. So therefore we've cut out all of that and we've just done the, sort of like the hypotenuse sort of thing.
So we've broke left and we're coming up this faint path that's just in front of us, and we're just heading up for the ridge there, which is probably about another 100 foot of ascent. So we've just made it up to the ridge line. We've dropped our sacks. We're going to make our way to the cairn now. We went a little bit lower down and I pointed up to our first summit of Causey Pike, and I said it was the two lumps close together, and there it is just in front of us. It's that second lump furthest away from us is the summit. And so we'll just follow Ed up. We've got probably about 20 feet to go now to the actual summit. There's already a couple walkers there, getting the all important selfies. Oh, shed loads of, I don't know if you can pick them up, just being attacked, so let's do the all important. There we go, Causey Pike bagged. Hewitt 160. Well, I don't know if we can still pick those up, but we've just been attacked by a swarm of flying ants. Just in front is Scarr Crags. Looking into the distance, this will be our return journey tomorrow. The hill that's in the shade is Whiteside, and then slightly to the right of that is Hopegill Head. Then we're going to Hobcarton, which is slightly to the right of that again. And then this big hill further to the right is Grisedale Pike. So we're just coming up to our second Hewitt of the day, Scarr Crags. So last few feet, we'll capture head. There we go. Scarr Crags. Our next Hewitt is sail, and we've got that lovely zigzaggy windy. We're a little bit closer to the zigzags now. You can see that they was obviously put in to mitigate the effects of erosion on the original path. Lovely green valley. So we've been walking now for 3 hours on and off. We left Braithwaite at 1 o'clock. We summited Causey Pike at 3 o'clock. Scarr Crags at 3:15. We come down Scarr Crags and had a little break. Give George a chance to have some water, rest his paws. And at 4 o'clock we're just hitting the summit of Sail. So Hewitt number 3 of the day, and our next one is just up there, and that's Eel Crag, 4th Hewitt of the day, Crag Hill or Eel Crag, whichever name you prefer. Let's do the all important bit. Bagged. Just looking into the distance, I'm not sure if it's too hazy, but there's a big body of water there, and that's the Solway Firth, and just the other side of that is Scotland. So a little bit of a 360, so we're looking towards Skiddaw, Helvellyn, Pike Blisco, and the Scarfell range. Someone enjoying the thermal currents. There's our next Hewitt in front of us, Wandope. Now we've dropped down from Crag Hill and we're looking towards Wandope. We can see there is a little bit of an incline to the summit, but it's not much. So we've just been coming up this gentle slope, chewing the fat, and here's the cairn for Wandope. So looking back towards Wandope, looking down into Crummet Water again, and then just behind there is another body of water. Just on our final push up now to Whiteless Pike. So here we go, 6th Hewitt of the day, Whiteless Pike completed.
Causey Pike looks a distant dot over there.
And right in the distance you can probably just make out, let's see if I can get my finger to point to it, Causey Pike. And there's our path back to our packs. So we've recovered our packs now. That's the path that we come down from Wandope. We're now following this path to the base of Grasmoor. We're going to get Grasmoor done and then we're going to look for our camp for the night. And following the cairns we've come up the path and there's the summit of Grasmoor. We're on the plateau of Grasmoor now. Just looked at the time and it's 6:20. This plateau would have been an ideal place to pitch our tents for tonight, but it's a little bit too early. So we've got the summit cairn just in front of us, which is hollowed out and forms a shelter. There we go. Hewitt number 7 of the day. And do the obligatory. I'm not sure if it's picking it up because it's quite hazy, but we've got the sea just in front of us and that land mass in the middle of the sea is the Isle of Man. It looks like we've found our camp for the night. It looks a couple of places there where it's fairly level. So we're at the base of Hopegill Head. We're going to make our camp here for the night. So we'll set the tents up. Base camp is all set up. Air mats and sleeping bags in situ. There's our water supply. Sun just coming over Whiteside. Got a couple of self-eating meals, and on the menu tonight is chili con carne. Looking across, I don't know whether we're going to pick up any stars in the sky. There is the plough formation there. Try and focus up to the North Star. Hopefully we can pick that up. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. Just woke up. It looks like it's going to be another beautiful day. Then we're going to have a spot of breakfast, break camp, and then we're going to head up to Hopegill Head. Well, it's 6:45, we've broke camp and we're setting off. Looking back towards we camped. After that steep little climb, Hopegill Head has come into sight, and then we can see across to Whiteside a bit better now. And that short little step up has led us to Hopegill Head. Just to make it all official, Hopegill Head bagged, and we're just going to make the short little traverse along the ridge now to Whiteside. So we're coming up to the top of Whiteside now. There's an east top and the actual Hewitt is just a little bit further on, and it's at 719 metres. So let's get these done. Final few steps, summit of Whiteside.
You can keep this just in case.
We're not actually sure now, so we're just going to go on to that far point. Doesn't look much between them. We've made the journey of the extra 100 yards. Making sure it's all official. We're not sure which is the actual summit of Whiteside. So if you have visited Whiteside, please drop me a comment to say which one is actually the summit. We did expect to find a few little stones making a cairn to signify the summit. Obviously nothing here, so we've done the safe thing and touched both tops. Almost back at our packs now, but there's a nice view of Crag Hill, Wandope and Grasmoor. There's our next summit, Hobcarton Crag, and then in the distance, Grisedale Pike. Just starting the ascent, Hobcarton Crag. So after that little bit of a pull up, which wasn't too bad, we're coming to the cairn for Hobcarton Crag. Hewitt number 10 of the trip completed. Hobcarton Crag bagged. Nice one, well done mate.
Nice one mate.
And there's our final Hewitt 11 Grisedale Pike, and to finish on we've got a nice incline to go up to sap our energy, and then it's a nice little walk back to the car. So from the summit of Hobcarton Crag, there's Crag Hill, Sale, Scarr Crags, and probably can't make the peak out, but in the distance there is Causey Pike. After that steep uphill climb, which has put me slightly out of breath, we're finally at the top of Grisedale Pike. All important. Grisedale Pike bagged. Hewitt 11 of the day. It does look at one point there was a trig point on the summit. So from Grisedale Pike, looking down into the valley, we can see the river winding its way back to Braithwaite. A path down from Grisedale Pike, you may be able to make out two walkers up the top. And we're just going to make our way now along this ridge. Luckily, that's our descent from Grisedale Pike rather than our ascent. Looks like it would be very hard work. So we're almost back at the car now. It's been a great day's walking up in the Lake District. The highlight for me, apart from bagging 11 Hewitts, has to be setting up the base camp at the base of Hopegill, having a couple of whiskies with Ed, and then watching the stars come out, and then just lying there as the sky got darker and seeing the stars getting brighter and brighter. It was absolutely ace. Highly recommend it. Just leaves me to say thank you to Ed. Cheers mate for your company. It's been a great couple of days, and hope you've enjoyed the video. Please leave me some comments or the thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of this type of content, please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next journey.